Hi everyone, it's Lori here from Lori Hooks, and this is my weekly catch-up video. If you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back, and thank you for spending time with me today. So first of all, I have a giveaway going that's got a few more days going on it still, so if you haven't watched the giveaway video, you might want to go check that out. And if you can hear my dogs, the two of them are, one of them is right here in front of me. What are you licking? You don't need to lick things. And the other one is right behind the camera, so hopefully they're not too loud. So I talked about the giveaway. What else have I been up to? So my daughter and I, we went shopping on Saturday. She wanted to go get some clothes, so we went to an area where they have some, I guess, like warehouse type sales, and there they had a Lens Mills. I'd never been to Lens Mills before, so the two of us went in to check it out. And right now I have a lot of yarn. I don't need any. I have some yarn that I've purchased for specific projects that I haven't gotten around to yet. Plus I have yarn that I got in a yarn exchange recently that I've started one skein out of that, and there was a lot in there. And plus I got a giveaway that I got yarn from there, and I've looked through that and I have intentions for that. So I really didn't need any yarn. So the yarn wasn't talking to me that day, so I didn't buy any. There wasn't any super special going on when we were there or anything like that. The clearance yarns were good price, but the regular stuff, their regular price wasn't so phenomenal that I had to carry something out with me. There were a few things there though that I hadn't seen before, that if the color choices may have been different, I probably would have got some, but I didn't actually get anything while I was there. Yarny, what we did get was my daughter bought a diamond painting, which I'm excited to watch her make. Maybe she'll let me help her a little bit. We'll see. I am interested in diamond painting. I just don't have time for another hobby. Between working and, sorry, the dog's bumping the tripod. Between working and dogs and having a husband and our two adult kids here, there's cleaning to do, meals to be cooked, all that stuff. Plus I'm crocheting and recently started knitting, so I really have a lot going already. Diamond painting, I think, shouldn't be too high on my list. So especially right now, maybe more in the winter when I want to spend more time indoors and less time outdoors. Right now I'm feeling like I need to finish some more of my indoor projects so that I can spend more time outdoors. So on to yarny things. I have a small finished item this week. It is not very exciting. I finished my knit dishcloth. So if you're new here, this is my second knit project in many, many years. I did knit some when I was a teenager, but it's not something that I kept up on. So I relearned how to knit, and I made one dishcloth already, which I finished when I was at my mom's house, so I gave it to her. And this is my second one. It is a basket weave. So it's a mix of knits and purls, and I think it looks pretty good for a second knit project. I'm happy with that came out. So now I have a new dishcloth. The other knit thing I've been working on, and I started this yesterday, was I decided that I wanted to make a hat, and I had this yarn that I got in my taking out a knot, that I received in my yarn exchange, and I'm in Canada, so I've never had this before, and it is Yarn Bee Fireplace Comfort, and this one is a wool acrylic mix, I believe. Size 4, yes, 70% wool, no, 30% wool, 70% acrylic. My goodness. So I started making a Ross hat. There it is so far. So it's working out pretty nicely. It's probably not the best choice of yarns. This yarn is quite furry, and the strands separate where the colors are. So it probably wasn't a good choice of yarn for a new knitter, but I am liking the way that it's working up. I'm working my way through it, and it is what it is. Hats are a great thing to use single skeins for, especially ones that have wool in it. And so I thought that it was a good choice. So it is what it is. I do have some mistakes in here, which is fine. As a first time hat, I did not expect it to be perfect, and we will see how it works out when I get up to the top where the decreases are and using DPNs. What happens with all that, we'll see. But there will be an update later on what happens with my hat. So that is that. Onto crochet. So my main crochet project that I've been working on is my rainbow sampler blanket. I will link it in the description box below. Here is the pattern for it. And the pattern was designed by Kirsten Ballering. The website, I'm not going to attempt to pronounce it. It is a free pattern online. It was originally a cowl. I don't know when the cowl was, quite a while ago. So it has different parts. I believe I'm on part 6 now. I'm using the printed version, the short printed version, which shows you the basics for each row, and that way I can check the rows off as I go. And I prefer to work this way rather than pull up the pattern on the website for every row. That's just me. Excuse me. I have the long version because I purchased the pattern. I have the PDFs. So, excuse me. I have the pattern, the full pattern on my notebook as well, so that when I want to read the full version of the pattern, I can look at it on there, which I have been. When I get to new sections, I go on there and I read what it says about those rows because there's more information on there, and then I work that section. So my printed version doesn't show the parts. So I believe I'm halfway through part 6 right now. And I just finished doing a bunch of rows that have popcorns in them. I believe the last time we saw it, I was around here probably. So I've probably worked a full part. It's just somehow I keep, every time I'm doing a video, I'm halfway through a part. So that's what you guys are seeing. So this is the blanket so far, and it's getting big enough that it's hard to show it on camera. And it is quite wide. It's larger than my wingspan, so I'd say it's about 6 feet because it's just a little bit wider than my wingspan. And I'm very much enjoying working on this, and it's my main project right now. But it does require some thought. Every time you sit down to work on it, you've got to look at where you're at, what your next row is, all that kind of stuff. And it does require some counting some of the time. So it's not a completely mindless project. It's not too much for watching TV, but probably not something for when I'm really into my show. Then I pick up something else. So that is my rainbow sampler right now. I've talked about the yarn in previous videos. I'm using Sheepy's Color Crafter for this, and I purchased a kit. And that is that. Oh, and I did have a blummer with it. On Sunday, I was looking at my hook for some reason and realized that my hook sitting on the table here beside me was a 4.5 hook. And I started this with a 5. So at some point I've switched hooks, didn't realize it. The beginning section does look looser than where I'm at now, which tension changes with your mood. It is what it is. I don't know when I switched, so I'm not going to bring it back. There's too much work involved in it, and it doesn't look noticeably different. I mean, it's off by 0.5 millimeter. And I use Clover's and the 4.5. This is 4.5. It's light blue, and this is a 5. It's a darker blue. I could see how I accidentally picked up the wrong one. I don't have any clue why one was on the table though and the other one wasn't. That's the part that I don't understand, but it is what it is. At some point I've switched. I've switched back to the 5 now, and I'm going to continue working with that, and hopefully I don't switch again. It is what it is. So the other thing I've been working on is my gnome, and I will show you the pattern for it. And I purchased this from Pam Pino on Etsy, and again it will be linked in the description box below. That is her version, so mine looks a little bit different. I have the body and the beard done. This is the first time that I've used felting wool to make the beard. I usually use acrylic and just separate the strands. I don't normally brush it out. So I wanted to try this, as brushing out the acrylic strands takes a lot of time. And this does not. Yes, it goes much faster. And I did purchase a color pack that had yellow in it with the intention of using it for the beard. But when my daughter and I were looking at the colors and looking at it with the colors of yarn that I chose, we decided that this kind of, it's not a white, it's not really an off-white because it's not a ivory, it's more of a grayish white. I'm not sure that I really have. I might now want to fluff up this beard a little bit more, add some more to it. We'll see. But that was the color that we chose to use. And I have his hat done. And there it is. Once it goes on there, it'll look like that. So I still have the embellishments to make. I started on some of them. I started on the bee. I started on the sunflower. So I need to finish them and get them on there. And then Mr. Gnome will be done. I try to keep one amigurumi item going. I do have plans for what my next one will be. I actually have plans for my next 2. So the one of them is a birthday gift, and her birthday is at the end of June. So I've ordered her yarn, but it hasn't arrived yet, and I've got a knot. So we'll see if when hers arrives, which one, and when I finish this one, which one I'm going to start first. The other one I've had sitting here for a while, and it's kind of a Valentine themes one, but I think I'm going to make it in the meantime anyways, just because I have it and I have all the yarn for it. And I purchased it because I thought it was cute. And who cares if it's not Valentine's Day, it's fine. So that is my gnome for now. What else have I been working on? So my other item I've been working on in the last week was my solid granny blanket. This is just a simple solid granny blanket, and I'm making it from Bernat Handicrafter. And if this is the first time you've seen it, it may seem strange that I'm making a blanket out of Bernat Handicrafter. This is like a summery blanket to go on my bed. I wanted something cotton to go on my bed that was light, and my dogs, well, the one of them, she does sleep on my bed some of the time, especially when we're not home, or if my office is here at home and I work at home some of the time, but they are allowed in my office, which is in the basement. They won't go down the basement stairs. So she will go upstairs and crawl into my bed and have a nap. And she scratches. So she likes to scratch and rearrange the blankets the way that she wants them to be. Move my pillows around, just very nice of her. But a blanket, therefore, a handmade blanket on my bed has to be something that can handle the scratching. Not that she does it a lot, but sometimes she really gets in a mood and she moves it around quite a bit. And it wouldn't take very much for her nails to pull something. So that's the reason why I am using Bernat cotton. Seems like a very long explanation. And this is it so far. I just finished a skein and I need to get the next one out. I'm And that is what it's looking at. And I was showing you guys last week, it's got like this section that pooled, and it's still, the pooling is starting to work its way out now. It's less pooled looking. And it's more pooled over here. So it's interesting how it's working up, and it will be interesting when it's done. When I last showed it to you, it was around here where this stitch marker is. So of course this is working in the rounds. The rounds are starting to get longer, so you feel like you're accomplishing less. But I'm still enjoying working on it. It's a good mindless project for when you don't want to count, you don't want to have to think, you just want to crochet along and going your merry way while you're doing something else, like watching TV or whatever. What are you barking about? It's little woofies. I don't know what's going on. I can't see, they can see out the back door from where they are, and I can't see out the back door, so I don't know what they're woofing at. But clearly they think something's there because the two of them are sitting there looking at the door. Anyway, so that is me. That is everything I think I've got going on, everything I did in the last week. Looking forward to a nice weekend. I think it's supposed to be sunny out and hopefully fairly warm. And that is everything I think I've got going on. So, anyways, I will thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for visiting. Thanks for watching. And I will see you. Did I mention I have a giveaway going? I hope I did. There is a giveaway going. So if you haven't entered in the giveaway, please watch the giveaway video. And if you're interested, enter. And yeah, again, thank you for watching. Thanks for spending time with me. And I will see you next time on Lori Hooks. Bye.